So, my loves, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you can get weekly updates on all of my delicious recipes. Don't forget to like and don't forget to share. Let everybody know that Miss Jackie is cooking. All right, we are going to make some buttery cornbread today, my loves. Yes, it's delicious. It's moist. Okay, so we got some flour. We got some cornmeal. This is straight to the point. We got some salt. We got eggs. We got butter. We got some baking powder. We got some oil, sour cream, and milk. And of course, some sugar. All right. So first, my loves, we are going to melt our butter. And the ingredients, my loves, are in the description box below. Okay. So we are going to take our butter and we're going to melt that butter. If you want to use a skillet, go ahead. Knock yourself out. Use that skillet. Well, right now, we're going to melt this butter. Okay. And now we are going to start mixing our dry ingredients. Okay. So now, my loves, we are going to take our flour. And loves, in the beginning, if you don't see me add sugar, I had totally forgot to add sugar in the first part. It's when I was getting ready to bake it. Then I added the sugar. Now we have some cornmeal. So I didn't record that part, but again, add your sugar right here at this point, okay? We're going to add some salt. And this cornbread is so buttery. Don't be alarmed by the amount of butter, but it's just so buttery and so moist. You can eat it just by itself, okay? And it's just good. Okay, we're gonna add baking powder. Okay. I like to make tweaks and add things to things. And I said, you know what? Let me change it up and let me add some not baking powder, some sour cream, okay, as well, all right? And again, don't forget to add your sugar. Mix your dry ingredients. Don't make the mistake I did, and I did that at the end while it was in the pan. I ran and I put that sugar in there and quickly mixed it in, okay? And it still came out nice and good, okay? Now, with the sugar aspect, I'm going to give you the measurements. You have a choice of adding either a quarter cup of sugar or a half a cup of sugar if you want it sweeter. Okay? See how cute and nice I did that? Okay? Now we are going to mix our wet ingredients. Okay? So now we're going to take our milk. I'm just using plain whole milk. Okay? Because it's already going to be rich, especially when you add the sour cream. Okay, we're going to add our eggs. Okay, and of course, cornbread goes with anything. My husband loves cornbread. I try not to eat it all the time because the way I make it's really, really good. So, but this cornbread that I make, it's so buttery. It's so fluffy. Now we're going to beat our eggs. Okay, while it's in the milk mixture, I want to break that up. Because what we're going to do is once we get all our wet ingredients combined, we're just going to stir for for not even a whole minute. Just until well combined, and that's it, because we don't want to overmix it. Okay? Okay, we're going to add our oil. The oil, of course, is going to make it nice and moist. Okay, and now we are going to add our sour cream. I've had people ask me, well, can I add kernels of corn in it? Can I chop jalapenos, whatever? I've never done that before. You could do whatever you want. I'm just giving you my recipe here, and whatever you choose to do from there, knock yourself out, okay? That's why I do this cooking channel, so you could tweak things and make it your own, okay? So now we're adding our sour cream, and the sour cream is going to make it nice and moist, okay? It's all about moist, keeping things nice and moist. Okay, and also the sour cream is going to add a slight zing undertone, okay, in contrast with the sweetness. Now, this cornbread, you have, again, like I said earlier, you have a choice of making it sweet. So I'm going to give you the range of the amount of sugar that I use and that I use from sometimes. If I want it really sweet, I'll go up to half a cup for those that love sweet cornbread. Now we're going to mix all that together, and you could just leave it at a quarter cup if you want it. You know, it's just going to have a slight sweetness to it. I like sweet cornbread though. I really do. I just love sweet cornbread. Okay, but whatever you want to add to this, my loves, is your choice, okay? So now we got that mix, and we're going to take some of this melted butter. I'm just going to add a quarter of that melted butter into this, into the milk mixture. Okay, and I'm going to leave the remaining amount of that butter in the pan. So don't be alarmed when you see all that butter just swimming around the batter. Don't be alarmed, because, honey, that batter is going to suck up all that beautiful butter, and it's just going to be nice and buttery. It's going to be, when you bite into it, OMG. Okay? All right? So now what we're going to do is that we're going to combine our dry with our wet. Okay? We're going to do that. And the point for this is you don't want to overmix this, okay? That's why in the beginning I beat the eggs and you know, mixed everything together. So all you gotta do is just stir. You don't need a mixer for this. You don't need none of that. All you need is a spoon and a bowl, okay? All you want to do here is just stir it until it's combined. Okay, just like that. And if you notice, I didn't sift the flour. I didn't do all that. I just measured it out, you know, and that was it. Okay, and that's it. That's all the mixing it needs. Okay? Because again, you want nice, fluffy cornbread. Okay, you ain't looking for no dry cornbread. And I guarantee if you do it this way, your cornbread is going to be so moist and fluff. Okay? All right, so I'm just taking the remainder of that batter and I'm swirling it around the sides and everything. And we're going to pour our batter right into that. Look at that. So don't be alarmed if you see all this butter around it. Trust me, it's going to absorb as it's baking. All that beautiful butter is just going to be soaked up by the cornbread. It's just going to soak it up. And don't worry, I'm going to get all of this beautiful goodness into our pan. One thing I cannot stand is when I've watched cooking shows where people sit up here and they leave stuff like batter in the pan and they leave so much behind. And I'm like, why did you leave all that batter behind in the bowl? Oh, I can't stand that. That's one of my pet peeves. So we're making sure we put all this goodness into our 8x8 baking pan, and we're going to bake it at 375 degrees. Okay, 350, 375 in a preheated oven. I baked it for about 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, and you don't want to overbake this. And once it comes out, We're going to cut right into it. Well, actually, I'm just going to let it rest for about a minute or two. And then we'll cut into it. And here is our delicious cornbread. Cornbread, baby. Yes, indeed. So light and so fluffy. As you could see, the first piece is usually, acts a little funky to come out, but don't worry about it. And loves, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, okay? Don't forget to share, okay? Just let everybody know about Jackie's cooking. Just bring everybody over here, okay? And tell them to subscribe, okay? And let's get to cooking. All right, and this is our beautiful cut cornbread here. Look at that, nice and fluffy. So good. Okay. Nice and moist. And I just added some extra butter. It was not necessary, but whatever you choose to do. If you want to add some jelly, I don't know, whatever you want to eat it with. But I just know this cornbread is really good. You could eat it just like that. It's so moist. Again, you could adjust the sugar to your liking. Okay. It's just so moist. I'm pretty sure you ever tasted dry cornbread. Not this baby right here. So guys, I want you to try this recipe. And I want you to leave your comments below. Okay, and try this recipe. And if you make any other things or you add stuff to it, let me know, okay? Play with this recipe. Play with it. Have fun with it. If you want to add whole corn kernels, go ahead. If you want to add chopped bacon, I don't know, jalapeno. If you want to make it some kind of Texas, Mex, I don't know, kind of cornbread, all that you go ahead, knock yourself out. Okay, that's all I gotta say. This recipe is delicious. Try it. I want you all to eat, love, and pray. Mwah. Until next time, bye.